Okay, hi, me again. Um, Wanted to make a video, but my camera is kind of out of commission at the moment. Long story. So we're back to audio for the time being until such a time as I can afford to get that fixed. Anyway, what I want to talk about tonight is, well, some of you know that I was in a podcast a little while back regarding the Amazing Spider-Man, and we thought we had addressed a lot of stuff regarding the film and regarding some rather foolish decisions made, or not made, rather foolish decisions supposedly made that were actually false, and all kinds of other weird claims. Um, at any rate, there's since been another claim surfacing, and it's one that I really wanted to address. The thing is, I'm not even 100% certain this is completely true. There's a possibility it's true, though, which is why I want to address it, just because. And it's this belief. It's this belief that Peter Parker does not get his powers the way he's supposed to. He is not a random kid bitten by a spider. In fact, he was actually supposed to get these powers because of an experiment his dad did on him. Yeah, okay. Now, the reason that they're saying this is because of a couple of lines in the trailer and the fact that they see a spider and some of the stuff, or at least a model of a spider, and some of the stuff that his dad is working on. However, this belief has gotten so far out of hand to the point where his dad gave him the powers, and the spider was the key to activating them, and he somehow set it up so that Peter would get bit and get the powers. Yeah, because that same spider that he was working on there is somehow supposedly alive 10 years later. No, spiders, nah. Spiders don't have a lifespan like that. But, even if it was, I mean, seriously, it's friggin' ridiculous. Now, the reason that I say that I'm not entirely certain it's even true is because supposedly they claim that they have sources who are confirming this, who worked on the film, who of course can't step forward because of preserving their anonymity so they don't lose their job. First of all, why the heck would they step forward and make this claim just to spoil the movie that they were getting paid to work on? I don't understand that. Second of all, there's only going to be a few people who have the opportunity to speak on that, and if it is indeed an actual leak, those people are going to be fired anyway. I hope this was worth their jobs, if it's true. I mean, seriously, when you go ahead and you breach your contract and you expect absolutely no negative connotation, no consequence, nothing. Whew! At any rate, but I want to address the thing as if it were true. Now, again, I'm not even going to say 100% it is, but I'm just going to address it just for the fun of it in case it is true. Why is that so bad? I know someone's going to freak out and try to comment right now, so please, I'm going to beg you to just shut up until you've actually watched the whole video for once. Please. I'm so sick of having you guys leave a comment about halfway through when something that you say I already said, and then you declare me an idiot for not knowing that when I showed I know it later on in that same video. Oh, anyway. I know people like to point to the old Hulk movie, the one that they say sucked so bad, except then the reboot came out, and then they're like, oh, this one was better because Hulk was stronger. Yes, that's the whole reason. Because Hulk was more overpowered and everything in the very early stages of the mutation of his powers. It's a better movie, even though the storyline was worse, the acting was worse, the scripting was worse, etc., etc., so on and so forth. Anyway, not the point, but see, they say that it's bad because his dad was experimenting on him too, and pretty much gave him the powers, and the gamma radiation just unlocked it. That's kind of true, and it's kind of not. It was a little bit more complicated than that. Now, what is likely to happen, though, if this is true, is here's what I see it as. They've been saying from the get-go that this was supposed to be a fusion of, at least for the origin, They said not throughout the whole series did they plan this, but at least for the film's origin arc, it was supposed to be a fusion of the Ultimate and Amazing storyline. And now I know a lot of people like to say it takes more from Ultimate than Amazing, but that's also bullcrap. You know, there's just so much more in Amazing than there is from Ultimate. The only reason they say that is because, oh, his parents, and they say, oh, that means it's more Ultimate. No, it's not. You know, the way that Kirk Hunters becomes the Lizard, still similar to the Ultimate series, working on that serum, all that good stuff. You know, Gwen Stacy, don't even get me started on Gwen Stacy, unless you... Everyone who I see saying that, especially when they bring up Gwen, it's like, did you not read the Ultimates? But anyway. But yeah. Here we go. In the original arc for the Ultimate Spider-Man series, before they went ahead and screwed it over recently, what happened was the spider that actually bit Peter was not a radioactive spider in there either. It was the spider that they had injected with the same super soldier serum that had created Captain America. Only Norman Osborn's goal was to make it more potent than even what was given to Captain America. Increase the benefits, increase the strength, increase the reflexes, increase the durability. And he was testing it out on these spiders. And the spider that they had been working with was the prize specimen. It was the one who had survived. It was showing the most effect from it. You know, he loved it so, yada yada, so on and so forth. Long story short, it somehow got out, it bit him, and the venom mixed with the serum somehow mutated Peter Parker's DNA and he became Spider-Man. Now, the reason I think this is viable here is they're clearly going with the angle that his parents were somehow involved either with Oscorp directly, or maybe it was a government thing, maybe it's S.H.I.E.L.D. I can't say for certain. But, so, what if, indeed, his dad had been working on that super soldier serum, or something similar to it? What if, when he had to hide his research and go into hiding, he did inject some of it into Peter so he could retrieve it later? What if it is in his DNA? But it's dormant. It's not the complete formula. It's just the base. And what if, being bitten by that radioactive spider, and indeed it was a radioactive spider, and indeed it was not meant to bite him. That was an accident. Nobody released this spider just to see what would happen if it bit this kid. In doing so, what if that is actually what gives him his power? Because when you think about it, just the radioactive venom from a radioactive spider, the odds of it actually mutating you are very slim. However, if there was a predetermined marker that could react to that, not necessarily designed to, but have a side effect of doing that, that would actually make sense, because that's actually what it would be mutating. And if that had a pre-existing establishment in your bloodstream, it would mutate your bloodstream too and actually change you without killing you. I mean, when you think about it, irradiated spider venom would actually just make it more potent and likely kill you. Which is something they have to kind of retcon a little bit, and even in some of the retellings that happen later. But, yeah, I don't see that as a problem, really, because it does make sense. And when you think about it, people forget that they say, oh, but it takes away from the fact that he was just some random kid who accidentally got his powers. Do you guys forget that the comics took that away? Does nobody remember Ezekiel or anything that happened with them there, or the whole secret society of the, you know, the people who worship that spider deity? And how he said that Peter had actually been mystically chosen somehow to receive that gift? Nobody remembers that arc? Because I sure as heck do. I read it. I mean, the comics did that too, and in fact, in that way, it actually made it even more, you know, Destiny-ish and everything. This is still an accident. It was never meant to happen. It's only because of the complete misfortune of both being bitten by a radioactive mutant spider and being tested on by his dad that this poor kid winds up thrust into this role. You know, he has to step up and take responsibility that, frankly, he never asked for, but he has it now. So I don't see why it's the problem. Plus, when you think about it, you know, working on that super soldier serum definitely gives him more of a reason to be put in contact by S.H.I.E.L.D., don't it? Later on. I'm not guaranteeing there's going to be any kind of future Avengers crossover. I'm not saying it's even possible. Unless Marvel somehow gets the rights and continues the series, or unless Sony can come to some kind of agreement with Marvel to be able to produce just that movie. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know, it does open a lot of possibilities for the future. Would certainly explain why S.H.I.E.L.D.'s watching the kid, too. You know, or whichever government organization they decide to actually have watching him or whatnot. So to me, this actually would make sense. I don't think it's anywhere near as big of a deal as people are trying to make it out to be. Like, somehow they completely altered the very nature of his origin, and that somehow ruins the character, when, as I said, for one thing, the comics actually did it in a far cornier, far worse way, literally making it so that some sort of god pre-selected his destiny, and, you know, he had to accept it. And another, you know, it does make sense from a more practical aspect, and is frankly still, you know, maintaining the whole concept that this was an accident. He was never meant to get these powers. He was never meant to have this burden placed on his shoulders, but he has it now. So again, I'm really not seeing the big deal. I think a lot of people are way overreacting and literally looking for a reason to be disappointed or hate on this movie. Other people are just letting it roll off. Good for them. But again, I don't think this is nearly as unfaithful as you seem to think it would be if it does indeed turn out to be the case. Oh yeah, real quick update. Another news. I'm going to link you to something. Unfortunately, I can't link you to the actual Game Informer article, but I can link you to an article written by someone who read the Game Informer article on the game for the Amazing Spider-Man. We have a couple new villains that are apparently guaranteed to show up. Doc Connors is in the game. The game is set as Doc Connors, mind you. You actually see him helping Spider-Man, apparently, in one of the screenshots, so he is still Dr. Connors. He is still an active helper of Spider-Man, meaning likely in this game, or in this film, he survives and actually might even be cured. So, you know, we'll see. But that'd be pretty freaking cool. At any rate, yeah, there's a lot more stuff here too. You're definitely going to want to check it out. And that concludes my little rant for tonight. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Well, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Do you guys, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, but do you guys want me to keep doing the, Dragon Ball vids even without the video? Should I just record the audio and, you know, just use a picture or something? If you want, I'll do that. If not, then I'll just wait till I get the camera. But, at any rate, yeah, that covers that for now, so I will see you guys later. Bye.